Example number 2, taking a look at estimating square roots. While searching for a lost hiker, a helicopter covers a square area of 150 square miles. All right. What is the approximate length of each side of the square area? And here they're asking you to round. Let's be careful with these instructions, because anytime we don't be careful with the instruction, it says, I need you to round your answer to the nearest mile. Okay, so let's go on with it. The first thing we want to do is list the perfect squares near 150. So I see 121, 144, and I'm getting these off of my perfect square list that I have, 169, and 196. Those are all close to it, okay? But we want to find the perfect squares that's nearest. So we're talking about finding the perfect square prior to it and the perfect square after it. So what I see when I look at a minus subtraction, I see that 144 is near it, but we know that it's less than 150. And I also see that 169 is near it, but it is greater than 150. So what I want to do now is I want to find the square root of my two perfect squares. So I'm talking about the square root of 144, as well as and we want the principal square root here, and the square root of 169. So doing so, I see that the square root here is 12 and the square root here is 13. Well, how am I going to determine which one is closer? So if I want to determine the fourth thing is which one is closer, so which one is closer? Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do some subtraction. So I'm going to take 150 and subtract from it 144. Okay, so we'll borrow 1 here, make that 4, and then we'll make this 10, and here we'll have a difference of 6. Now I'll take 169 and subtract from it 150. And that's 9 and 1, which give me 19. So I'm knowing that 150 is closer than 144 than it is 169, and that tells me, now remember what it says, round to the nearest mile. It says to the nearest mile. So what my fifth thing that I see here, rounding to the nearest mile, then I'm going to be closer to 12. So I'm not going to round up to 13. I'm going to round back down and say each side is about 12 miles. And reason why I'm throwing this problem in is I want you to see several ways that they will ask you these questions, and you have to be able to understand what they're asking you and then do the work. Okay? It's not going to be just one particular way. Understand exactly what they're asking you to do, and if you know the process, these will be easy questions for you. Okay. That's estimating square root example 2.